Have you ever wondered why some runners seem to fly in races while others barely improve? What are they doing differently? There's a type of training that changes everything. It's the secret elite athletes don't want you to know. Let me warn you, if you skip this, you're missing a golden opportunity to transform the way you run. This isn't magic, it's science, but it works so well it feels like magic. Get ready, because what I'm about to tell you might just be the change you've been looking for months, or even years. Let's get to it. Zone 4. It sounds technical, but in reality, it's the point where the true magic of running begins. It's that intensity where you're no longer running comfortably, but you're not completely maxed out either. It's like your body is in a battle. You're pushing hard, but you still have control. And this is where things get interesting. Imagine this. Your muscles are working as hard as they possibly can without hitting the point of collapse. You're in the range of 80 to 90% of your maximum capacity. In terms of effort, it's that moment where you can talk, but only in short phrases. There's no time for chit-chat. You're too busy giving it your all. Why is this zone so powerful? Because it's the perfect training ground for your body to adapt to stress. Here, you train your heart to pump blood more efficiently, your lungs to absorb more oxygen, and best of all, your muscles to tolerate more lactate without shutting down. It's like sharpening a knife. The more you work in this zone, the sharper you become. But that's not all. There's something even more exciting. Did you know that the best runners in the world, those who break records and fly across the pavement, spend a good portion of their training in this zone? Not because it's easy, but because they know it's the key to running faster for longer. At this intensity, your body learns to handle prolonged effort, which directly translates to faster races and better times. Now think about your own runs. How many times have you felt stuck, like you just couldn't push any further? The answer isn't in running more miles, it's in training smarter. And Zone 4 is the perfect place to start. Here, you're not just training your body, you're training your mind to endure when things get tough. It's the difference between running for the sake of it and running to win. So, if you're looking for that push to get out of your rut, this is it. But beware, mastering this zone isn't about luck. There are right ways to work it and ways to sabotage yourself. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Now that you know what Zone 4 is and why it's so powerful, you're probably wondering, how do I know if I'm training in this zone? Don't worry, you don't need to be an expert or have a lab team to figure it out. The easiest way to identify Zone 4 is with a heart rate monitor or a power meter. If you're using a heart rate monitor, you should be working at 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. Don't know your max? A quick formula is 220 minus your age, although a more specific test is even better. If you're using a power meter, look for that range where you feel like you're pushing hard but can maintain the pace for a limited time. It's challenging, but manageable. And if you don't have these tools, no problem. Your sensations are an excellent guide too. In Zone 4, talking becomes difficult. You can say a couple of short sentences, but forget about carrying on a long conversation. If you're chatting as if nothing's happening, you're not in Zone 4. On the other hand, if you're gasping like you just finished a sprint, you've gone too far. It's a balance, and with practice, you'll learn to recognize it. What's important here is to be honest with yourself. Training in Zone 4 isn't comfortable, but it shouldn't be utterly exhausting either. If you find that sweet spot, you'll be working exactly where you need to maximize your results. Now for the good part. How can you train in Zone 4 to reap all the benefits I just mentioned? Here are a few specific workouts you can start doing right away. Remember, the key isn't just intensity, it's strategy. First, long intervals. This is one of the most effective methods for working in Zone 4. An example would be doing 3 sets of 10 minutes running in Zone 4, with 5 minutes of easy jogging between each set. Why does it work? Because you're pushing your body to its limits in a controlled way, and those breaks allow you to recover just enough to keep going. Another killer workout is controlled fartlek. How do you do it? For example, run 2 minutes in Zone 4, then recover with 1 minute of easy jogging. Repeat this 10 times. It sounds simple, but trust me, after a few reps, You'll feel how your body is adapting to the sustained effort. If you're preparing for a race, you can also do specific simulations. For example, run at your race pace for 5 kilometers, making sure to stay in zone 4. This not only improves your endurance, but also teaches you to maintain mental control in high-intensity situations. One important tip: don't do these workouts every day. Zone 4 takes a lot out of your body, and you need time to recover. 1 or 2 Zone 4 sessions per week are more than enough. Combine them with easy runs and rest days, and you'll see results faster than you expect. Consistency is the key. It's not about going all out in a single workout, but about accumulating weeks and months of well-planned effort. If you stick to these workouts, your body and your performance will take a spectacular leap. Why is training in Zone 4 so worthwhile? Let me break it down for you simply. This zone is like a gym for your heart, lungs, and muscles, all at once. It's the complete training your body needs to reach the next level. First, you'll raise your lactate threshold. This means you'll be able to run faster for longer without feeling like your legs are made of lead. Have you ever noticed that moment in a race when you just can't go any further? Training in Zone 4 delays that critical point, letting you maintain intense effort without burning out. Second, you'll improve your aerobic and anaerobic capacity. In other words, your body becomes more efficient at using oxygen and also tolerating the lack of it. It's like building a bigger, stronger engine. Third, this type of training strengthens your cardiovascular system. Your heart becomes stronger and learns to pump blood more efficiently, which means every beat carries more oxygen to your muscles. And here's the best part. This will help you not just in running, but in any physical activity you do. Fourth, and this is one of my favorites, training in Zone 4 improves your mental toughness. Learning to maintain effort at this intensity prepares you to handle the pain and discomfort that inevitably show up in races. It's like training your mind not to give up when things get tough. Finally, if you're looking to beat your personal bests or simply feel stronger while running, this is the type of training that makes the difference. It's not magic, but the results might feel magical. Now, before you lace up your shoes and hit the road, let's talk about the mistakes you might make and how to avoid them. Training in Zone 4 is powerful, but it also comes with risks. If you do it wrong, you might sabotage your progress instead of improving it. Here are the most common mistakes and how to avoid them. The first mistake, and the biggest one, is overtraining in Zone 4. It sounds contradictory, but working at this intensity all the time can lead to burnout. Zone 4 demands a lot from your body, and if you don't respect recovery days, you'll end up physically and mentally drained. The key is moderation. 1 or 2 sessions per week are more than enough to see results. The second mistake is not being clear on when you're in Zone 4. Remember what I said earlier about using a heart rate monitor or gauging your effort. If you train too lightly, you won't activate the benefits of this zone. But if you push too hard and enter Zone 5, you'll tire out too quickly and won't complete the workout effectively. The third mistake is skipping warm-ups and cool-downs. Zone 4 isn't something you can jump into right away. You need to prepare your body with a proper warm-up, and when you're done, give it time to relax with light jogging or stretches. Otherwise, you increase the risk of injury. Another common mistake is ignoring the importance of technique. In Zone 4, because you're working hard, it's easy to neglect your posture or stride. This not only affects your running economy, but could also lead to discomfort or injuries in the long term. Always maintain good form, even when you're pushing your limits. And finally, but no less important, is not listening to your body. If you feel overly tired or something hurts more than usual, don't push through. Zone 4 is demanding, but it shouldn't be destructive. If you respect your limits, you'll build a solid foundation for improvement. Remember, training in Zone 4 can be a secret weapon, but only if you use it correctly. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll be on the right path to becoming a stronger, faster, and smarter runner. Now you know how to train in Zone 4 and why it's the secret that can transform the way you run. But remember, it's not just about training hard. It's about training smart. If this video was helpful, Give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips to take your performance to the next level. Share it with other runners who also want to improve. Are you already working in Zone 4? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear how it's going. See you in the next video.